but I can start without it. I don't know. Sir, can we proceed?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to take this opportunity to invite everyone to our first ever session, a one-on-one session with the renowned angel investor, founder and chairman of the World Business Angel Investment Forum. The reason for the session is to provide an opportunity for entrepreneurs to sit with a seasoned investor and get invaluable insights to help you scale your business and succeed in your fundraising journey, but just an opportunity for you to be able to ask any burning questions or advice that you might you wanted that you didn't get an opportunity to sit with an investor. So that was the reason behind this session that me and Kusi thought about. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Baybars Altuntas. As I said, he's the founder and chairman of the WBAF World Business Angels Forum. He's a seasoned investor. He's been on what we call Shark Tank. He's been on Shark Tank. He's the co-chair of the Washington, D.C. based Global Business Angels Network. He's the vice president of the Brussels based European Trade Association for Business Angels, seed fund and early stage market player. And he's the president of the Business Angel Association of Turkey. And he's the World Entrepreneurship Forum ambassador for Turkey and the Balkan countries. So, as I said, he's very experienced in the area of angel investing, and he's founded so many initiatives that have supported entrepreneurs and created numerous platforms where investors and entrepreneurs can come together. And he's also an author of a book he wrote. It's called Off the Bus into a Supercar. So without further ado, as I said, I would like to invite Mr. Baybars. Karibu, sir.
Hello, Baybars.
We can't hear you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Tuti, for the lovely introduction of Mr. Baybars, and I would love to just give you a little timetable of what we're going to have. So we're going to listen to Mr. Baybars, then we're going to go into the common challenges facing Tanzanian startup founders. Then we're going to start with some common questions. Then we're going to open the floor for everyone. So welcome, Mr. Baybars. Thank you, Madam Tuti, for the lovely introduction.
Thank you very much, dear founders. I hope you hear me well. Yeah, okay, that's great. Just to save time, I have to leave at 3:30. It is 3:10 now, so we have 20 minutes. I don't know how you want to benefit from this session. If you like, we can make a Q&A, or if you like, I can give some advices to founders to ease their access to finance. How do you want to moderate the session?
All right, so let me start with because we have limited time, let me start with common challenges that Tanzanian startups face, so we can give you more context, so you can know how to provide really contextualized advice to them. So okay. In our market in Tanzania, we have limited access to capital. And even if we get a chance to access capital, many founders face challenges in showcasing their readiness for investment. So you see people are here ready to invest, but startups do not have well-structured financials, legal setups, and also even scalable business models. And on top of that, because we are in the very nascent ecosystem, there is lack of mentorship and guidance. Our country has a history of socialism, so we have very few business people that are ahead of us to provide us with mentorship. Moreover, navigating the regulatory and market barriers, scaling locally and regionally requires a lot of a lot of capital, a lot of connections, because regions in Africa are very disintegrated. Then it's not like the EU or the USA. You can have different regions having different types of taxes, and you are taxed multiple times in the same region. So, and lastly, I think it's because we're at a very nascent ecosystem, building trust with investors. A lot of our Tanzanian startups do not have that direct engagement with investors at a regular interval. So many of them, they have some skepticism and a lot of questions that they ask themselves around investment. Some think that investors are here to take them out of their companies and more. So those are the common challenges. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, let me take only one part of these challenges, which is access to finance issue, because otherwise we cannot complete in 20 minutes all of them. I think access to finance is not only a challenge in Tanzania, it's a challenge for all startups around the world. But this challenge is not an important challenge. Why? Because especially after COVID, the world is more connected online, and access to finance is now available even online. This means if you have a good business idea, if you have a good business model, if your business is really scalable, then access to finance is not a big challenge, because you can make even online pitchings to investors. And these investors are from around the world. One example to you, in our community, we have an investor from the United States, Sinan. His name is Sinan Tümer. And he invested in a Canadian startup. From listening to signing the documents, everything was online because it was pandemic time. So now I think this online connected environment is giving a great opportunity for all startups around the world, including Tanzanian startups. Your challenge, as a matter of fact, could be defined maybe like this: access to finance of local investors. Maybe this because sometimes in some countries, reaching to local investors is more difficult than reaching to global investors. This is an interesting issue. And why? There are some reasons for this. Number one, local investors, as a matter of fact, are not qualified investors. Generally, there are two parts of this challenge. If the lack of qualified entrepreneurs is one part of the coin, the other part of the coin is the lack of qualified investors. So we cannot issue the bill only to lack of entrepreneurs, qualified entrepreneurs, or to lack of qualified investors. Both of them are the main parts of the problem, to tell you the truth. Let's approach to the issue from investor point of view. First of all, generally, local investors are not well connected, and they are investing. They are not donating money. They want to invest in startups, but because they don't know how to make exit in global markets, because they don't have network in the global markets, they are afraid of taking a role in the developed markets, etc. So they are not investing. They want to invest, but because they won't be able to make exit in the future, then they are thinking they are going to lose money. It doesn't mean they don't have money. Yes, they have money, but because they have money, we cannot accept them as qualified investors, because qualified investor is the one who puts more than money, like mentorship, like networking, like know-how. But unfortunately, all investors don't have these qualifications. This is number one. Number two, the other side of the coin is the lack of qualified entrepreneurs. What does it mean, qualified, and what is the difference between entrepreneur and qualified entrepreneur? The difference is, unfortunately, most of the entrepreneurs in developing countries are not ready for investment. Their pitchings, their business plans, their business models, they don't know even how to make a company valuation. They don't know even the meaning of due diligence. They don't know what like questions will come from investors in case they pitch. So qualified entrepreneur is the one who knows what is due diligence, who knows how to make company valuation, who even knows that these entrepreneurs are not donating money. Because sometimes I hear that entrepreneurs say to investors, hey, help me. Come on. Investors are not here to help you. Investors are here to make an exit in the future with a good return of investment. Okay? So entrepreneur will help investor with his business model, with his qualifications, and investor will help him by putting money, by scaling up the business, by putting mentorship, etc. So this is a collaboration issue. This is not a one-way issue. When you say, hey, help me, it is just one way coming from investor to you. Help me means donation. If you see that the investor is ready to donate money to your business, this means this guy is not an investor. Instead of this, you can go to public funds, you can go to church, you can go to, I mean, they can help you. They can donate to your business. So please, I mean, don't use help words in your pitchings, in your communication with investors. Instead, you can use invest in my business. Okay, but why the investor will invest in your business? There are two reasons. Before coming to reasons, I want to share some statistics with you. These are the OECD statistics. And these statistics show that 1.2% of entrepreneurs are able to reach investor money. This means 100 entrepreneurs make pitching to investors, and only one of them, 1.2 of them, are reaching money. And one entrepreneur in every 10 invested entrepreneur is able to create a success story. Success story means making an exit in the next 5 to 7 years with minimum 2.5 multiplier. This is 20 multiplier. This is a success story. This means if I am a qualified investor, I will never put my 100K to one entrepreneur. I will to one startup. I will put my 10K to one of the startups of 10, and because I know that I need 10 startups to invest to catch this success story, because one entrepreneur in every 10 entrepreneurs is able to create a success story. This means I will put my 100K to 10 different entrepreneurs, 10 for each. But this entrepreneur needs 100K to scale up the business, not 10K. I am putting 10K because I know I am creating a small portfolio to minimize my risk. So this means I need other investors around me to invest with me together in startups. This means I have to create a small angel network, an investor network. So angel investor networks are important for countries, for developing countries, because in that case, investors minimize their risk, And because 10 investors invest together, this means startup has the ability to have 10 mentorship, 10 network, and 10 know-how. I think this is also good for entrepreneur. So instead of receiving 100K from one investor, receiving 100K with from a group of investors is better for entrepreneurs. This is also another good side of this issue. Okay, but after making the investment, then the expectation from investor is to make an exit not later than 5 to 7 years. So there are two ways of making exit. So the investor will check the local exit opportunities, and the other global investment opportunities. I think someone is going to ask me a question, raising hand.
Oh, I think that was accidental.
Okay. Okay, so I
But
continue. Yeah.
sorry.
By the way, anyone can ask me question. I mean, no problem for me.
Yeah.
If I hope this is meaningful for you what I tell you, because generally entrepreneurs, founders of startups don't know the mindset of investors. I'm trying to tell you the mindset of investors while they are listening to you. What are the things in his mind?
Sure.
For example, when entrepreneurs I was in Macedonia just 2 days ago, and entrepreneurs made pitchings, and I listened to them, and none of the entrepreneurs in this pitching session, their slides didn't include the most important slide, exits. They never mentioned about exit strategy in their pitchings. Generally, entrepreneurs are not talking about exits. How are we going to make money after making the investment? This is the main question in the investor's mindset while listening to the entrepreneurs. If you don't mention about it, then who will talk about it? And secondly, company valuations. Nobody is talking about their company valuations. They make the pitching. Okay, why did you make the pitching? If you are not talking about the company valuation, if you are not talking about the exit, if you are not talking how much you need to scale up your business, then where is the business? If you don't include these slides in your pitchings, then no need to ask questions to you, because these are the questions that you have to answer before coming to the pitching, not now. So it is important to understand that you are going to show, it is your responsibility. I mean, it is the responsibility of entrepreneurs to show the benefit of making investments in his business, in her business. Why? Because I shared the statistics with you. 100 entrepreneurs are pitching to the same investor, and he's selecting only one of them. So it is the responsibility of entrepreneurs to show the real story in his pitching, not the responsibility of the yeah, please, Founders Tanzania.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Baybars, for giving us the mindset of an investor, what he thinks, what he is contemplating while he's listening to us as we pitch. But as you said, you're leaving at 3:30. I just wanted to ask about, as an investor, as an angel investor, what are the key structural elements do you look in a startup? Because most of angel investors we know come at a very early stage that, startups do not have a lot of things in order. Let's say numbers, let's say the business model isn't refined. They just have, an idea with very few traction or a prototype. But what are the key things that you look as an angel investor at that early stage? What are the key elements that make you invest in startup A versus B and startup B?
Yeah. Number one, if entrepreneur is inviting me to invest in her business, which is a restaurant business or hotel business or whatever business in the from the traditional business sector in Dar es Salaam, let's say, it will be completely out of my interest. When I visited Dar es Salaam in the grand opening ceremony at the Hyatt Regency Kilimanjaro, when Tutti had organized this some years ago, I saw that there are entrepreneurs who are mixing the terminology of startup and entrepreneur. So let me clarify this first. Startup founder is the one who established his business with an expectation of making exit in the future. Traditional business owners don't have an exit strategy in their business plan. They are dreaming, the traditional business owners, if they make good money, then they are dreaming to continue it until they die. Even their sons and daughters will make the same business. This is the traditional mindset. So angel investors don't enjoy the traditional mindset. Angel investors focus on making exit in the future. So this is an important issue. So if you are asking me what is the main most strongest criteria while taking the investment decision, is investors try to understand if this business coming from Dar es Salaam can be globalized. So generally, globalized businesses are coming from non-traditional business areas like e-tech, fintech, e-health, mobile technologies, IT. These are the main keywords around to attract angel investors. This is the main issue. And the second one, of course, entrepreneur himself, because we investing in the right team versus investing in the right business. So here the question is, horse is important or the jockey is important? Both are important. But if you are asking me which one is more important, jockey is more important than the horse. Because even you have an excellent horse running, but if you have a wrong jockey on the horse, it doesn't run. That's very important. And if I invest in an excellent horse with a medium-sized jockey, it means I may find myself on the horse as a jockey in the future, which I will never prefer. Because as you see, I'm trying to create a portfolio and I cannot put all my energy in one company. So these are the main parameters of investment decision. Any other question?
All right, thank you so much. That was well put. Anyone else with a question? You're welcome as we are wrapping up the session.
Yeah. I think Dixon has a
Dixon,
question.
you're welcome.
Yeah, Sante. So I have noticed a lot of investors have a niche when it comes to investing their money. I don't know why, but they normally focus on the agendas when it comes to technology and women empowerment, but they don't really support a lot of other entrepreneurship programs. Like, should we have a special people that we are supposed to look at?
Dixon, you have to understand that there are two kinds of entrepreneurs here: traditional entrepreneurs and non-traditional entrepreneurs. If you are talking about traditional entrepreneurs, because when you say entrepreneur word, when you use entrepreneur word, I don't immediately understand which profile you are talking about. If you are talking about traditional business owners, which is the restaurant business, opening a market, opening a holiday village, setting up a travel agent, etc. These are traditional businesses. If you are talking about them, investors will be the traditional investors, and they generally, I mean, such kind of traditional investors don't enjoy investing money. They prefer setting up the business by themselves and recruiting you as the general manager with some shares of the business. This is their general, because they will also work as an entrepreneur like you within the business. This is what they are doing. But in non-traditional business area, the story is different. In the non-traditional business area, the investor is knows that this horse doesn't run without you. This is the main issue. So they invest in your business, and they don't invest more than 20% of the company. 80% still belongs to you, because they know that your motivation is the main asset of the success story, and they want to keep you in the business with highly motivated entrepreneur. I think Elita is also asking a question, and then I have to leave.
Right. The last question from Elita. Karibu.
Good afternoon. So, since you said you are interested in investing in a startup, a business that can also be scaled globally, can you share your email address so as we can send our pitch and you can see if that is investable business, just for advice? Yeah.
Yes, Elita, to tell you the truth, I don't have time to make screening of the. I don't have time, but if you like, I can give you a website. The global fundraising stage of the World Business Angel Investment Forum will be on 20 November in Bahrain. If you like, from here you can apply, and however the screening committee will screen it and will tell you what kind of is it an investable business or not. If you receive a letter of acceptance or not, then you can have an idea if your business is something interesting for investors. The website is www. Yes, I think Founders Tanzania is writing it, isn't it? Is it there?
Yes, I've already shared.
Yeah, okay. He shared. Please apply here and send your business details here. However, the scoring team will come back to you.
Thank you so much.
Please. Dear Founders Tanzania, dear Tuti, thank you very much for inviting me to this particular session. And I am sure your efforts will really have a good impact for the entrepreneurs of your committee. Thank you very much, Kevin. Mohammed, thank you very much. And let's keep in touch. And if you have any question, you can send it to Tuti and Founders Tanzania, and we can re-meet. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tuti. All the best.
Alright, wadau, asanteni sana kwa kuja kwenye hii session. Madam Tuti, if you have any closing remark. Lakini I have shared a message hapo kwenye chat kwamba there is that event. Kama ilivyosema, it's a global fundraising stage. You apply and there's an opportunity to pitch at that global stage. Karibuni mu-apply, linki hapo. Karibu Tuti.
Asante. Thank you, Kusi. I just closing remarks. As Baybars said, the global fundraising stage for WBAF Global will be this. It's an annual event, so you get to apply annually. But WBAF Tanzania and Founders Tanzania is here to assist you through the process. Elita asked about the screening procedure. You can also send me something or Kusi something in terms of the screening that we can assist you to know whether your pitch is in order or what is missing, what is needed in terms of what angel investors are looking for. But as Baybars said, WBF has a whole committee that does the screening process. So applying as well is a good indication for you to know what the international angel investment community thinks about your idea and your investment readiness. But otherwise, I believe Kusi will communicate further on what else is needed. But if you need any support, we're here. Kusi has written my email, and yes, so WBF Tanzania is working with Founders Tanzania, so I'm here to support you in whatever regard that you need. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining in. Until next time, this is Founders Tanzania. Karibuni sana. Thank you, Madam Tuti, for this wonderful event and connecting us with the global angel investors. And let's keep learning. Let's keep growing. Until next time.
Thank you. I would appreciate feedback so I can know what other maybe opportunities that you might need in terms of reaching out to investors and getting to know what investors are thinking when they're assessing your pitch and your businesses. Thank you.